Jai Gurudev. Session is about the body languages. So let's hear it. So the first thing is about what are the aspects which comes under body language or non-verbal communication. So let's look at, these are the pointers and probably in detail we'll talk about them. So the first is sounds. When you laugh, what kind of a sound? Way of talking. Way of talking means when you have to take pause, stress on words. Let's say there is a very famous dialogue in Hindi, we call it ruko mat jane do or roko mat jane do. So where you take pause, that is really important. That decides what you actually need to do. Posture, you're sitting slouching, you are straight, that's posture. Closeness, how close are you with the persons? Appearance, how cool, how clear you are looking at. Head movements, is your head like this or this? That is head movements. Hand movements, how much are you moving your hands? That's another. Eye movements, are you looking here, there, upsides? Facial expression, I'm looking dull. Or body contact, is your body shaking while you're talking? Because more often what happens when you are talking to the people, you often shake your body or you vibrate. Closeness, so these are certain. But now what are we going to do? We will bifurcate all of these into three categories, and those categories are, which we call them as, okay, the body language is being categorized in three terms: kinesics, proxemics, and haptics. So when we talk about the first one, which is kinesics, kinesics comes under facial expressions, eye contact, gesture, posture, and instance. So kinesics is basically, it talks about when you are being away from the people. So how your face expressions is, how is your eye contact, how is your gesture, means how you standing or sitting, what is your posture if you are sitting or in stance. Okay, so these are the kinesics. Now proxemics is basically the space between the persons. Let's say if you're talking to the people, so how much the difference space you and that person should have. You cannot be so close, you cannot be so far. So that is something which again talks about the body language. If you are being very close, that's a different thing. So as in the picture also depicts that there has to be a difference or a space relationship. So that comes under proxemics. Now haptics. Haptic is basically, it talks about the touch. Touch means when you meet somebody, when you do handshake or when you hug. So how ideally it should be. Like in celebrity, what all we have seen, earlier it used to be a flying kiss. Now they do a air kiss. So that is again a part of haptics. A touch, how you do that, how decent you do that. So these are few things which will help you or which identify what kind of a personality or what kind of a body language you have. Yeah, fantastic. I hope you're getting it. In case of any question, you can put it in the comments. Let's move ahead and let's talk about the kinesics in detail. So let's understand. It is the study of body movements to judge the inner state of emotions expressed through different parts of the body. So basically, kinesics is like you have the parts like eyes, you have face, you have hands. These are the things which will help you understand. Let's look at some of expressions. The first one is side glance. So sideways. Let's say if you're talking to me and you're looking sideways, this corner or this corner. So that means you are suspicious. Okay? संदेह है आपको, doubtful हो रहे हो आप. If you are steady, eye contact, you are looking into my eyes, straight, eye to eye, that means you are very active listener. Okay? No eye contact. If you are not paying an eye contact, if I'm talking to you and you're looking upside or down or here on newspaper or somewhere else, that means you have disinterest. You are not interested in talking to me. Right? Now, veiled eyes, that means you are feeling boredom. Veiled means you are not, connecting your eye contact. You're little here and there. That means you are feeling bored. Okay, these are some of the examples of kinesics. Now let's move ahead and understand it with a facial expression. So the first one is the face tells a lot about feelings. When you speak more than any other part of the body, means other than any part of the body, the face talks about more. Your face will communicate most clearly your attitudes, your feelings, and your emotions. So let's look at, there are three faces. Which one looks more appropriate when you're talking, when you're communicating with somebody? I'm sure it's the center word, because in that, that person is paying an attention and looking into your eyes straight, right? And he's calm, composed, and even happy. So that's the face expressions. Let's move ahead about the eye contact. Now, the eye contact, as I told you, it's really important to show that you are confident. So eyes are so transparent that through them one sees the soul. So speaking information, one, showing attention and trust. If you are pointing, if you're paying an attention, if you are looking into somebody else's eyes, inviting and controlling interactions, if you are paying attention, domineering, threatening, influencing others, if you are paying an attention to your eyes, of course you have, providing feedback during their speech or revealing attitude. If you have the right contact from the eyes, of course you can follow or you can understand all these things. Yeah, making sense? Perfect. How important. Now let's talk about the gestures. So gestures are these, all the body language which talks about. Okay, all these are some kind of personality which you can judge. Let's talk about the first one, the lady in the left corner. Okay, so she is looking calm, however she is not interested, she is not willing to talk. So with each personality you can judge. There is a person who is putting both the hands in his pocket, he is not interested and in a defensive position. Now let's look at another one who is folding his hands this way. So he is defensive, along with it, he is super confident. Of course, let's look at the center person who is wearing the gray coat. He is not at all interested in whatever you're talking about, because neither he is paying eye contact nor he is looking at you. Let's look at the other girl who is in skirt, black shirt, black skirt. Look at that girl. She is not at all, again, interested. With her personality, we can make out. She's just paying a decisive eyes. Right? I mean, there is a girl in yellow top. She looks little confident and even interested in talking to you, because she is giving you a smile and proper eye contact. Let's look at the extreme right one in a black coat who is showing the thumb to you. He is super confident, one. However, he is not in a mood to listen to you. He is more of in a answering mode. Now, for these personality, there are certain terms which we have put together in the following video or in the following slides. So let's look at them and understand. So first, this is yourself, how you see. So this is another way of interpretation of the body. How are they? So with their face, with their smile, with their tilted neck, we can make out they all are able to communicate, right? Let's understand one by one each of them. So there we have. This is non-verbal communication, behavior, and interpretation. That if somebody is doing this, what that personality or what that body language means. So first, imagine if you are giving a presentation, and if you are giving a presentation on stage and you are doing brisk walk, okay, so that means you are confident. Because if you are steady at one place, just talking, that you seem little nervous. But if you're doing brisk walk and paying an eye contact to everybody, that means you are very confident. First. Second, standing with hands on the hips. This is the posture. So that means your readiness, that means you are ready, however aggressive. Okay. Sitting with leg crossed. I mean, if you're sitting and your legs are crossed and your foot, if your foot is kicking, this way, touching. So often we sit and we keep, our foot moving. So that means you're bored. You're not interested. Okay. Sitting but legs apart means if you're sitting and your legs are like this, comfortable. You getting me? How? It has to be your legs are spread, not entangled. Sitting like I think Sagar Bhai is sitting in a simple position. So that's the best position to sit. Don't cross your legs. Don't cross your legs. Sit properly this way. So that is called open and relaxed. Now, arm crossed on chest. This is something which I've been telling you. You don't have to sit this way. Or if you find somebody is sitting in this way, that means he's in a defensive mode. Defensive means he's not even attacking. He's not even listening. He is therefore to answer you. So that this position is not at all happy if you are presenting. So try. Okay. Walking with hands in pocket, shoulders hunched. That means you have your both the hands in the pocket and your front body is little bent towards the floor. So that is called dejection. Means not a kind of a rejection. Maybe you're not paying attention to it. Okay. Hand to the cheek. This is called evaluation. You're thinking, evaluating and thinking about something. Okay. Touching slightly, rubbing nose. This often people does. This while you're talking, people does this way. So that is again rejection, doubtful or lying or not connecting. So that is called rubbing the eyes. Most people have a habit of doing this. While they are talking, they do this. That means they are again disbelief. They do not connecting. They are not connecting with your thoughts, what you are saying. They are not believing in your thoughts. Doubtful. Okay. Hands clasped behind the back this way. Often people do this way. So these are again anger, frustration, apprehensions. Means again the same thing. They are not connecting. Let's look at another one. Locked ankles. The ankle where you wear the anklet. पायल जहां पहनते हैं वहां पे आपके क्रॉस है इतना सा छोटा सा क्रॉस. That is again apprehensions. Apprehension means doubtful again. कि आपके मन में कुछ apprehensions है कि नहीं यार ये सही नहीं हो रहा है. This is not right. So that is again locked ankles. Now let's move. Any questions so far with this? Anybody? Okay. So if not, let's move ahead. Okay, resting, head resting on the hand and eyes. I can't read it. Can you see that? What is being written above? Okay. It's not visible. Okay, boredom, downcast. So head resting in the hand and eyes down. That means again boredom. Okay. Another rubbing hands. Often people sit and they keep on rubbing. So they are anticipating. Anuman laga rahe hain. They are anticipating. Sitting with hands clasped behind head and leg crossed. Often people, if there is a presentation, often people sit like this. Yeah. And their legs are also crossed. That means they are confident, superiority. They are feeling superior. Oh, we know everything about whatever you're talking. So this is sitting with hands clasped behind the head. Okay, open palm. Often people, you might have seen if they are sitting, they keep their palm like this on the table. Oh, yes, this way. So that is sincere openness or a bit of innocence. Often you talk to the kids. You might have observed they are with open arms. So that is okay. Pinching, bridge of nose, eyes closed. This is something which people do. Oh my God. I don't understand. They do this. They keep their two fingers onto their bridge of nose. This is called bridge. So that means negative evaluation. They are, whatever you've been told to them, they are not evaluating it perfectly. They have their negative image, they have their negative things which they've been carrying on. Okay, tapping or drumming fingers. This is, they are tapping on the floor, on the table or something. That means impatient, right? Pointing fingers. No, that's not true. You are wrong. I think this is something which you need to do. That is, again, being authoritative or dominating. Patting or fondling hairs. Often we have seen the girls, rotating their own hairs. That is fondling hairs. Lack of self-confidence or insecurity. When you roll your hairs like this, or often girls has a long hair, so they keep rotating this way. So that is called fondling hairs or patting. So that is lack of self-confidence or insecurity. Tilted head. If you're talking to somebody and somebody is listening, tilting. Tilt means little bend. So that means that person is interested. Because why and often we do that? Because when you're talking to somebody and if somebody is tilting, that means that person is leaning towards you and they are, putting their interest into you. That is stroking chin. Often people do this. Oh, yeah, this is nice. So this is trying to make a decision. When you're listening somebody and you're doing this, that means, oh, okay, yeah, I've understood you. So they're trying to make a decision. Looking down, face turned away. That means again, looking down and face turned away. This is this. So that is called disbelief. That whatever you've been said, let's suppose there is a group discussion going on. If somebody is giving you an expression, looking this way, that means he does not believe in your thoughts. He's not carrying that personality. Okay, nail biting. Everybody knows if somebody is talking to you and he's biting the nails, he is insecure and nervous. All right. Last but not the least, pulling or tugging at ears. That means you're playing with your ears like this or this or this. You're keeping your fingers occupied with your ears. So that is again indecision. That means you're not even understanding, not even taking that decision, whatever you've been told. All right. Does it make sense to all of you? I think there is a lot more to go, but we'll stop right here. And now what are we going to do? We will take a live session. I know it's a lot more to understand and to memorize. So I tried and I gave you some of them as an example, but there are a lot more to talk about the personality, okay, the body language. But of course, this is something which you can get it by doing the practice, by keeping a note of it, by observing other people, right? Now we need a partner to play a game in order to include all these, the traits which we have just discussed. Can we get somebody as a demonstration? Sagar Bhaiya? Yes, no?
No.
No, okay. Neeta Di? Okay, I guess no. Purnima?
Sir, I'm just asking from my mother if she will want to come. Then
Okay, okay. Let's do one thing. I think it'll take time in order to understand them, and they should also be. But I just wanted to have a demonstration. So let's do, because for that person you need to be little physical. At this moment we all are, in a digital world, so that's practically not possible, right? But when you are physically, you will be able to connect it more, right? So just to understand, we'll do that exercise. For the viewers, those who all are watching us, I'm so sorry we cannot demonstrate it at this moment. So probably we'll try and upload it separately, or you'll have to try it of your own. So thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.